Good evening, you're watching Hungary Reports, kicking off public media and one's foreign language news hour. I'm Marsha Flum, thanks for joining us. Protecting Christian culture is also important for Hungary and Russia, said Péter Szijjártó in the Sunday news program on Radio Kossuth. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade talked about it with regard to the meeting of Russian President Vladimir Putin in Budapest in the middle of the week. According to the Hungarian government, cooperation with Russia on a very serious international political issue was established in order to protect Christian communities.
Garancia a felhőtlen kikapcsolódásra.
In the short video, Mahart Pasnev is introducing its fleet of hydrofoils on the Danube. These vehicles travel both domestically and internationally during summer. Overall, 9 hydrofoils are operating in Budapest currently, each of a different age and capacity. The modernization of these vehicles was one of the issues Hungary and Russia signed an agreement about last week when Russian President Vladimir Putin visited the Hungarian capital. However, this was not the only agreement reached between the two countries. As Péter Szijjártó pointed out in the Sunday news program on Radio Kossuth, during President Putin's visit, highly important industrial agreements were signed. As a result, the most significant foreign purchase order during the history of Hungarian railway engineering could be obtained. In the framework of a Hungarian-Russian industrial cooperation, 1,300 railway carriages will be transported to Egypt. The value price of this order is more than $1 billion. Besides, a Hungarian-Russian cooperation agreement was signed about the renovation and modernization of the Mahart hydrofoil fleet, the minister said. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade added, Richter, the most significant Hungarian pharmaceutical company, will be able to achieve new success on the Russian market, since the decision was made in Moscow to place one of the most important products of the company on the list of medicines supported by the Russian social insurance system. Overall, 8 agreements were signed on Wednesday between the Hungarian and the Russian government in several areas such as healthcare, sports, social security and space research. In addition, the agreement concerning Hungary's energy supply was prolonged until 2025. 2018 was an especially important year regarding Russian-Hungarian economic relations, since trade turnover exceeded $6 billion again, Viktor Orbán said at a joint press conference with the Russian president. The Prime Minister emphasized, in this trade, Russia has an enormous surplus, which creates an unbalanced situation. The Hungarian government is working on changing this, for which there are 2 methods. One of the methods is that we are trying to come to an agreement with Russia based on which we could regard the country as an investment destination and create new capital investments there. The other is making sure we do have products that are exportable and which could be well received on the Russian market. If these 2 things work, the balance will improve from our point of view. Besides, if we do this right, it will have advantages for the Russian economy as well, the Prime Minister said. Russian President Vladimir Putin labeled Hungary's role in gas transport as significant and emphasized the cooperation in other areas of the energy sector as well. Hungary is playing a crucial role in spreading Russian oil and natural gas evenly in Western Europe. Rosatom will build 2 new reactors in Paks, which together with the existing blocks will meet the requirements of the Hungarian economy, Vladimir Putin pointed out. In the radio interview, Péter Szijjártó highlighted, Hungary has managed to come to an agreement with Russia in an area which is a very significant political issue internationally. It is the protection of Christian communities. The minister said that the 2 countries agreed on rebuilding a monastery together in Syria and financing the construction of a bakery there.
A new promenade has been inaugurated in Dunakility. The new 200-meter-long road connecting the center of the village to the Castle School was named Batthyány Promenade. Prince László Batthyány Stratman, also called the Doctor of the Poor, was born in this village in Győr-Moson, Sopron County. His memory has been cherished ever since. The cost of the construction reached more than 33.5 million euros. At the inauguration of the promenade, Bishop of Győr and President of the Hungarian Catholic Episcopal Conference, András Veres, said that Batthyány lived this life as a true confessor who needs to be remembered. Candles were lit in Hajdúnánás to commemorate those deported to Soviet labor camps. 75 years ago, on the 3rd of November in 1944, more than 500 men were deported for Malenki Robot by the occupying Soviet troops from Híradó. Most of them died in the camps. Prayers were said for them and flowers of remembrance were placed at the wall of the deportees. The mayor of Híradó said that commemoration was our duty. It was a memory for the community that should never be forgotten or allowed to be repeated. It is already possible to browse for the new compulsory insurance rates. Although fewer motorists are affected each year by the end of the year campaign, it is estimated that 1 in 5 owners are able to change insurance company only between November and December if they find a better deal. Costs have increased mainly due to many accidents. However, Hungarian insurance fees are still considered one of the lowest in Europe.
Gábor Tóth is parking in front of his apartment with confidence. The man from Zalaegerszeg has been an experienced driver for over 9 years. However, he checks his compulsory vehicle liability insurance every year. There are several insurance portals on the internet where those interested can calculate the fees and decide which is the best offer for them.
Minden évben megkapom azokat.
Every year I get the current papers from my insurance company. Then I compare my current insurance with the other offers, or I check if there is a better deal with the same insurer. As I looked, I have never found a better deal with another insurer, so I think I'll switch, the man said. In November, it is worthwhile recalculating insurance fees, especially for those who had bought their vehicles before the 1st of January in 2010, since insurers announced new tariffs at the beginning of the month. According to analysts, it is worth looking at the offers of insurers for every driver because the tariffs of the upcoming months may be similar to those announced now. Next year, compulsory vehicle liability insurance fees may rise by almost 15% as a result of accidents more than average and labor shortage. Despite the increase of the compulsory insurance fees, they are still among the cheapest ones in Europe.
A magyarországi KGFB.
Hungarian compulsory vehicle liability insurance fees are still among the cheapest in Europe. According to last year's comparative table by the Insurance Europe, only Romania and Lithuania have lower compulsory vehicle liability insurance premiums, the head of communications said. The rate of insurance fees is influenced by a number of factors. For example, the characteristics of the car, the most recent damage caused, the residence, or the age of the driver. Still, if someone is choosing the insurer carefully, a significant sum can be saved.
The European Rally Championship returns to Hungary after 16 years. The final round of the championship will be held in Nyíregyháza between the 8th and the 10th of November. The county seat of Szabolcs will host the start ceremony and the downtown speed race. The venue of the award ceremony will also be organized in Nyíregyháza, the largest city of Nyírség. Competitors of the championship must complete the speed rounds in Zemplén Mountains and the Tokaj region. Abandoned weedy cemeteries or graves overgrown with rose hips. The photo exhibition entitled The Message of Cemeteries would like to draw people's attention not only to passing away, but also to revival and the abandoned graveyards. The exhibition is held from the 9th time this year in Kaposvár Eastern Cemetery. Visitors can see more than 400 works. The exhibit is open throughout the year. That's all for now, but I'll be back tomorrow night at around the same time, and you can catch Hungary reports online as well. Please stay tuned for our German, Russian, and Chinese language news. Thanks for watching. Take care. Good night.